All right, so what?
Alright, so how long did it take you to build up to this point?
So in terms of how long it took me to build up to this point, you're talking about overall, like how long I've been training for?
How long have you consecutively been training to get to the point where you're at right now?
So my dad was a power lifter before I was even born. So I remember as like a real young boy, some of my earliest memories are down in our basement with all like the gym equipment and stuff, and all of his trophies. Like he had dozens of trophies. He competed for a long time. So I used to go downstairs and dabble like all the time. So I was always like in and around weights when I was a little kid, and you know, always just picking stuff up, goofing around. It wasn't serious or focused or targeted. It was just, you know, doing treating the pull-up bar like a monkey bar, and like go to one end, turn around, come around, and like just back and forth, pull-ups, picking up weights, doing little things, you know, whatever. So I did that for most of my life.
So he's got more trophies than you, just to clarify.
Probably not anymore. but honestly, I don't even I don't have any of my trophies really. The only ones that I have are some of the more recent like medals that I've won from USPA. But all my old trophies I threw away. But anyway, so so dabbled with my kind of my whole life, and I played soccer. You know, so that was always kind of a weird thing. You know, I was a bigger, stronger soccer player. And I remember like distinctly in high school, like I would get in kind of like, not squabbles, but like, you know, little competitions with like the football players for like bench press and things like that. And a lot of them would get pissed off because I beat them. But yeah, so I didn't start taking weightlifting or weight training serious until I got into high school. And then there was a weights plus class that was available through my high school. What's up, Mr. Kiefer? If you're still around and kicking, man, if anyone that knows Mr. Kiefer, he was the bomb. But anyway, so yeah, I got in the weights plus class, and that really got me going on actually like weight training and like being like targeted with what I was doing, right, being focused. So that kind of kicked it all off. So then by the time I got done with senior year of high school, I was playing soccer on the soccer team, and I got really tired of dealing with other people for my success. So I wanted to do something that was like me, right? So always lifted. My dad was a powerlifter, so I thought, hey, powerlifting, that'd be a good thing to do. He said, be a kind of a way to bond with my dad. So that's when I picked up powerlifting at like 17. So I competed and lifted very seriously and like very heavy from like 17 until I was about 22. By the time I got to 22, I was seeing all the same faces at all the same competitions all over the country. And by that point, I'd won two world championships and I had a world record. I pulled a 667-pound deadlift as a 242 junior, which at the time was a world record for that federation. And I just got tired. I got burnt out. Like I felt like there was nowhere for me to go in terms of like progression. So powerlifting wasn't super big at that point in time. Like it's not what it is like now. And so anyway, so I took a 10-year hiatus.
So that's important, right? A lot of people get to that point where they're like, I've reached my peak, or I've reached my peak of where I'm going to be, and they quit out on themselves. How do you inspire them to keep going?
So yeah, I mean, I think some people give up. You gotta, the biggest thing is having a goal. So for me, my goal at that point in time was winning. You know, and I didn't have a good focus on focusing internal, like outdoing myself. I was more worried external, right? I wanted to like beat people. And I kept beating everyone that I saw. So like every meet that I went to was all the same faces and I kept winning. So that really was, that lost my motivation. Plus at about that time too, you know, I turned 22. I was young. I wanted to chase women, drink beer. You know what I mean? Like, and that was not really conducive to like the weightlifting style. It was like basically from 17 to 22, I ate, slept, you know, breathed the gym. So it was like I was either getting ready to go to the gym, at the gym, or recovering from the gym. Right? Everything was gym, and like I was so laser like focused on the gym that it was like it was probably not super healthy. And so that was probably something I like to consider too for anyone that's out there. Like, you know, especially if you're young, like have other goals, have other endeavors. Like I think that's really kind of the trick for longevity is apply yourself in multiple areas, multiple facets, so that like the weight room doesn't become super overbearing, right? But anyway, whatever. I took 10-year hiatus, and then you know I joined the Army in that period of time, and I always dabbled in weights, but I wasn't like super serious about it. And then there was when I got to 7th group. And I got there and their weightlifting program that they had there, and the trainers and the coaches and stuff, and I was like, let me fuck around a little bit and see what I can do. And you know, the weights were going really good for the big three, and that's kind of when I decided I was like, I'll dabble in the powerlifting meet and see what happens. And that very first meet back, I won the meet. I was overall best lifter, and then I was ranked top 25 in the country for my age and weight class. And so then I thought to myself, well, like, shit, you know, if I can jump that high up on the national standings without even really putting that much into it, what would happen if I really applied myself? And so then that's been like the 5-year tear that I've been on of just kind of going nuts. But obviously in that time frame too, I've blown both biceps and had a, you know, a hernia, and you know what I mean, like it takes its toll, that's for sure. So but you know, I think that if you build up a certain base and you kind of maintain, even not even like super specifically, but just kind of just dabble, that base tends to stay with you for a really long time. And so like you're able to kind of get back to, you know, being serious if you want to be serious, or, you know, whatever. So I feel like if you have that base and you have that, and a lot of it too is like, I think it's neurological, right? So like, have you ever seen like a young dude in the gym trying to perform a movement and they look like a baby giraffe just born trying to walk for the first time, and they're squatting and they're whatever. So some of that is like neural patterning. So like you learn how to control your body in space and time, and like that never leaves you. So like, I think there's something that's like, it's kind of like riding a bike, right? Like, so once you develop that, I think that always stays with you. And so that I think that's part of the muscle memory that makes coming back a lot easier if you walk away from it for a while. So anyway, did that answer the question?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. Yeah, I wanted to catch this one camera, you know, like you just asked just in earnest, but I've had a lot of people ask me kind of what my background is, and so like, figure it might be a good opportunity to throw out a quick video and just kind of talk about my beginnings, how I got going, and like what I've been doing. So if you guys have any questions, you know, more specific, or you want to know a little bit more in detail about what, where, why, when, and all that other stuff, you know, drop a comment in the chat box below. I'll be sure to respond. You guys can help me out with likes, shares, and subscribes. Yeah, that would mean a lot to me. If you like your third video and you've not subbed up yet, you probably should. I think like 30% of the viewers aren't subbed. Like, yeah, it's like a good amount. So looking deep into your soul right now, hit that sub button. Oh wait, nah, just fucking around. But you should do it. And anyway, guys, that's it. Yeah, remember, no matter what it is you think you can't do, you know, chase goals, you know, build up a good base, get strong. You got to get in and train despite. You're either going to find an excuse or you're going to find a way. I appreciate you guys checking this one out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.